Good morning. I am Dr. Apurva Chawla, Assistant Professor of English at Government College Narayangarh. My topic for today is the major themes of the play The Merchant of Venice. Now, some of the major themes that are woven into its complex set of plots are friendship and loyalty, love, justice and mercy, appearance and reality, and it's a romantic comedy. So, now the first major theme is friendship and loyalty. This is the most predominant theme that permeates the whole play. The first case is of friendship between Antonio and Bassanio. Antonio's deep love for his friend Bassanio makes him sign the fatal bond. That is, he has borrowed 3,000 ducats from the moneylender Shylock, and if he is unable to repay the amount within 3 months, he will have to give 1 pound of his flesh to Shylock in return. This is what the bond says. So the only force that has made him sign this bond is his deep love and friendship for his friend Bassanio. Bassanio too reciprocates his love when he receives a letter from Antonio and comes to know that his life is in danger. He immediately rushes to Venice at the court, where he offers double or even triple the amount of money to Shylock to save his friend Antonio. The second example of friendship and loyalty is displayed by Portia. Her unwavering loyalty to her father, though she loves Bassanio dearly, she feels constrained by her father's will to marry only that man who chooses the right casket. And also, it is her loyalty to Bassanio after their marriage that compels her to appear in the court and save Antonio. The next theme is that of love, and it is needless to say that love is the guiding force of almost all the characters in the play. Major incidents in the play, like the Bond story, the casket story, or the ring episode, they all point towards this theme. But mainly, the three love stories, that of Portia and Bassanio, Jessica and Lorenzo, Nerissa and Graciano, are pointers towards the theme of love. Bassanio and Portia love each other very sincerely and dearly. Lorenzo and Jessica, they are the two persons who have different nationalities and religion and have deep-rooted love for each other. Next is the case of Antonio and Bassanio that we have already discussed in the previous slide. They have true love for each other. Now, in the trial scene also we can see that everything moves around the sincerity of love, where Portia tries her best and she leaves no stone unturned to save Antonio, her husband's friend. She loves her husband Bassanio so much that she exerts herself to save Antonio. So this all is driven by the force of love for her husband Bassanio. So this is the major theme that is shown in the play. The next theme is that of justice and mercy. This is mainly shown at the end of the play, in the trial scene or the court scene, we can say, where first of all the Duke pleads with Shylock to show mercy on Antonio. Then Bassanio also pleads for mercy, and he offers double the bond amount to Shylock in order or in the hope that Antonio's life may be saved. Then it's Portia who is disguised as the lawyer who pleads for mercy on Antonio, and her speech is very famous among all Shakespeare's plays, and it is called the speech on the divine quality of mercy, which says that mercy flows spontaneously from human beings as the gentle drops of rain fall from the sky. Mercy is an attribute of God himself. When Shylock refuses to be merciful, she turns the table against him. She strips him of his estate and dignity and forces him to kneel and beg for mercy from the Duke. And when we talk about Antonio, it's without being asked, he decides not to seize Shylock's property, but deprives him of his religion instead. So in this way, he also disables Shylock from practicing usury or taking or giving money on interest. So we can say that justice is done at the end of the play, where it is a happy ending, but Shylock loses all his property and Antonio's life is saved at the end of the play. The next theme is that of appearance and reality. The major purpose or the main purpose of this theme is to create suspense in the story. In the very beginning of the play, when Antonio and Bassanio approach Shylock for the loan, Shylock says to Antonio that he would be friends, he would love to be friends with Antonio, but and have his love in return. But actually, if we see that Shylock is pretending to say this, he actually has a different motive behind his politeness. The reality is that he wants to take revenge from Antonio, who has abused him many times in the past. The second instance is that of Lorenzo and Jessica. We know that Jessica is a very meek and submissive character in front of her father. She rarely raises her voice or asserts herself in front of her father, but in reality, she is rebellious and very daring woman, because she makes a proper plan for elopement with Lorenzo. So here also we can see appearance and reality, they are different. Lastly, the scene that best demonstrates the theme is the lottery of caskets, and it is clearly visible by the inscriptions written on the three caskets of gold, silver and lead. The gold one says, "Who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire." The silver one has inscription on it, "Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves." And the lead casket contains this inscription, "Who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath." And the Prince of Morocco, who is the first suitor of Portia, he chooses the gold casket and gets the message inside that all that glitters is not gold. So this is the gist of the whole casket scene or episode, that which clearly means that appearances are deceptive. And we know that Bassanio is intelligent enough to know that appearances are deceptive. So he is the wisest of all who has chosen the lead casket. So this theme is apparent or visible in these three instances. Lastly, this play can truly be termed as a romantic comedy. It is different from a classic comedy in the sense that it is, first of all, it is not a pure comedy, it's a tragicomedy, because at the end, in the trial scene, the atmosphere becomes more tense, tragic and serious. It also has serious characters like Shylock and Antonio. So it is not a pure comedy. And it also disregards the three unities of time, place and action. And the action, we know that it covers the span of 3 months, because the bond says that Antonio has to return the money within 3 months. So the story goes on for 3 months, and the scene also keeps shifting from Venice to Belmont, Belmont to Venice, etc. So it does not regard these three unities of time, place and action. If we talk about the plot of the play, it does not have one single plot. It has one main plot and subplots that are woven together with each other in a very complex structure. Then it is a romantic comedy instead, because it has all the important features of a romantic comedy, in the sense that we know that there are three love stories of Bassanio and Portia, Lorenzo and Jessica, and Nerissa and Graciano, and their course of love is not smooth. It has obstacles and struggles, yet it overcomes all difficulties in the end. So the play has poetry, it has music, it has merrymaking, it has tragedy, besides the usual obstacles which are all overcome at the end of the play. So, this can truly be termed as a romantic comedy. I hope the major themes that dominate the play are clear enough. Thank you.